They're the quietest person in the room. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're not demanding attention. And yet, everyone keeps looking at them. That's not an accident. Here's why it happens. Most people think attention belongs to whoever talks the most, laughs the loudest, or takes up the most space. But psychology suggests our attention doesn't always work that way. The mind is naturally drawn to what it can't fully explain. When someone speaks less, reveals less, and reacts less, the brain notices something unusual. It senses a gap. And the human mind doesn't like unanswered questions, so it fills the gap with curiosity, with intrigue, with attention. 3 psychological principles help explain this. The first is scarcity. Things that are rare often feel more valuable. A quiet person's words are rare. So when they finally speak, people instinctively listen. Their attention isn't scattered across constant chatter. It's focused. The second is projection. When someone reveals very little about themselves, our minds naturally fill in the missing pieces. People aren't only seeing the quiet person, they're also seeing the story they've created about them. And sometimes, that story becomes even more fascinating than reality. The third is the contrast effect. We live in a world filled with noise, notifications, opinions, constant talking. Against all that noise, a quiet person stands out. Not because they're louder, because they're different. And the human mind naturally notices what breaks the pattern. Here's how this looks in real life. A quiet person walks into a social gathering. They don't work the room. They don't perform. Yet within minutes, someone starts a conversation with them. Later, someone says, "I feel like I can actually talk to you." Before long, people describe them as mysterious, intelligent, or deeply interesting, even though they've barely spoken. Meanwhile, the person who talked all night is remembered far less. When someone stops trying to be noticed, something unexpected happens. They become harder to ignore, not easier. So if you've ever believed being quiet makes you invisible, it doesn't. People notice you. They're simply trying to understand you. The attention may come more slowly, but it often lasts much longer. The same silence that makes you feel invisible in a loud room can make you unforgettable in a quiet one. Quiet people don't attract attention by asking for it. They attract it by leaving questions unanswered. And the human mind has always been drawn to unanswered questions.